What you're watching now in Iran with the implementation of this blockade is the total resetting of the American power dynamic for the next 100 years. President Trump is saying, we, the United States, have the world's not just most powerful military, most powerful navy. And whoever controls the seas is able to control the outcomes in any foreign policy showdown. And so President Trump has put Iran in a box. He's played the checkmate move. And so now, no matter what path Iran chooses, America wins. If Iran chooses the path of the deal, then that's great for the world, that's great for everybody. If Iran chooses the path of economic strangulation by blockade, then the world will pass Iran by. New energy.
Fox News alert, Trump just opened the Strait for business, unless you're going to Iran. In the first 24 hours of the Hormuz blockade, no ships from Iranian ports made it past our fleet. 6 merchant vessels tried, and they were turned around. If a ship doing business with Iran gets anywhere near the blockade, Navy SEALs will board it, put a gun to the captain's head, and turn it around. The Wall Street Journal reports that 20 commercial ships have passed through peacefully into the Persian Gulf. Now, when Iran controlled the Strait, that number was 0.
Now, the world can see what America is capable of doing as regards the ongoing war between America and Israel against Iran. You see, the world leaders have refused to intervene on this matter since this war began. And that is because the likes of China and Russia seems to have been the highest benefactor of this ongoing war. Probably they were waiting for the US to fall so they will become the world power. But that doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. And now that America have successfully formed a blockade on the Strait of Hormuz, what is the world going to do now? What are the world leaders going to do? Because their vessel can no longer pass now. Their vessel can no longer have passage through the Strait of Hormuz. You see, this was why I said on my last video regarding this US-Israeli against Iranian war that the US shouldn't be underestimated because of the Iranian resilience as regards this war. The US have the financial power, they have the technological means, they have the numbers to do anything possible, and that automatically make them the world leaders. They have the resources to do and undo. You can see what they are able to do now. They've been able to form another blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. Nobody can use that route right now unless you have to do it with the terms of the United States government. Yes, you have to go by their term. And right now, what will the Iranians do going forward? Are they going to admit or accept the US term, the conditions to halt this ongoing war, or should they continue in the fight? But if you ask me, I'm sure, like you heard this video, like you heard they rightly said here, the US government is clearly at the driving seat. You cannot take that away from President Donald Trump. You might question several things he has said before, but you see what is going on now. See, the American government, I mean Donald Trump, is not a man that say one thing and never do it. That is one thing about him. When he says something, trust him, he's going to do that. Whether the world blames him or not, he does things that he says. That is a man by his word. I'm not saying he is right or wrong here, but I'm telling you, when Donald Trump makes threats, he often does such. And you can see that they are at the driving seat as regards this war. Probably the Iranians will have to cede or concede defeat and admit or accept the US term towards halting this war. But however, I did this video just to let my audience know that the US, as we speak now, are currently in charge. They are at the driving seat. They've never been in charge of this war since it started like they are currently. The entire world will now have to do the US bidding. And this will further strengthen the US world leadership. This is the truth. Let me see what the likes of Russia and China can do. Would they go into a war with the US? I leave that for the coming days to answer.